indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep them off you.
This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We shall lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep them off you.
This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We shall lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep them off you.
This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We shall lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're ready to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
Got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're...
Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions. I don't want to hear complaints about it. Work around it. Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And when anybody's running short, is going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griff. Griffin.
Sounds good.
Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill out, man. It's fine. It's just a 5-star.
Komm, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Stand
Don't
by.
die.
Guys,
15 seconds, don't die.
guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go to Charlie, see if we can get it.
There. To your left, there's there. Sorry, shoot.
So, jetzt gleich hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Mediums be prepared to pull back E40 towards the E-flat border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on empty barrel. Wire our strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over. Overheating is bad. Both legs on the Griffin. Hit the Griffin.
Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie. Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Jetzt in die Breite ziehen, zieht euch in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums einleiten, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out. Check yourselves, make sure you've got, UAV cool shot. Here they come, they're pushing hard, guys.
Deco. Tez on.
Go.
Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
Well, you cross it then, get in their face. They got a highlighter, they just pushed up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta. Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this. Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the fucking arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Golf. I got him.
Okay, go, B3, go.
Echo, go. Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill. I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, control. We'll keep them off you.
This is the query. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, control.
Omega, this is control. We should lift off of the next dropship. Orders?
This is forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down the lift. on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is McQuarrie. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the next dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're able to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
You've got them on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're... meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is McQuarrie. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting.
Roger, Control.
Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the next dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party Gamma is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secured. As soon as we're able to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
You've got them on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're...
Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions. I don't want to hear complaints about it. Work around it. Let's...
Well, I meant to check something, but actually we just went live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to MRBC Week 4. We have Kong Interstellar Security Solutions, or Kong ISIS, as I like to call them, versus the Blackthorns Dragoons. Division C, North America. And, well, as you can probably see already, Mikado could not make it with me tonight. He's my usual co-caster for these things, but he is currently having a baby. Him and his girlfriend have been in the hospital, actually, for the past couple of days. He thought he was going to make it home in time. but he's still there. You know, I think the baby was a day late or something. I don't know. I didn't ask him the details, but he's still there with the woman and the kids. So we all definitely wish him the best of luck with his new endeavors with a brand new baby girl, I think. Anyways, so tonight joining me is the captain of the 228 Death from Above team, an expert in Division C, Iron Kilo. Iron, how you doing tonight?
Hey, thanks, RJ. I'm doing pretty well. Excited to be co-casting here with you. Pretty excited about tonight.
We had somebody that joined us in channel here. Who is this? What's going on here? We're casting, sir.
We're casting. Please step back. I think. Well, all right. I think it's gonna be good to make note that it's not Mikado.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
RJ?
We're casting.
Okay. We need to put some luck on this channel here.
Yeah,
well, there's a reason why I'm here, though. That's kind of important. There's a message right now saying that the server's going down in 13 minutes for less than an hour for maintenance.
Oh, well, thank you for that information. Yeah, I see that now. All right. Yeah, we appreciate visits like that. Thank you, sir.
So I'm not sure what we're like, how long it's going to last, and whether we'll be able to get this match in or not. We are hoping to, but we'll see how long it lasts.
Well, do you want to just put it off to the end of the maintenance?
Well, if it lasts for half an hour, sure. If it lasts for an hour, our team might have trouble with East Coast people being able to stay up that late.
Yeah, you're right. So so these servers are going down in 15 minutes or so. Why don't we say if they're not back up by 9:30 Eastern, we just reschedule the match?
Well, that will be up. We will discuss it with the other team. That seems good to us. But we'll see what happens at that point.
Which you're with Blackthorns, right?
I am.
All right, I'll let Harabek know, and we will. Why don't you just hang out here, and I'll let you know what he says.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay. And Iron, I'm going to take us back to pre-stream till we get this figured out.
All right. Well, that's fine. Yep, sounds good to me. Do you want to update anybody on the channel? Well, they should be.
Meters altitude. Telemetry indicates this footage yet.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep them off you. This is McQuarrie. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting. Roger, Control. Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift.
Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Target gamma is nearly powered up. Take out the APU gantries as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're able to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets in zone.
We've got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're meters altitude. Telemetry indicates this footage yet.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep them off you. This is McQuarrie. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting. Roger, Control. Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gadgets as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're ready to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now tracking multiple targets inbound.
You've got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're meters altitude. Telemetry indicates input eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep walking. This is McQuarrie. We're on him. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting. Roger, Control. Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the next dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift. Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Party camera is nearly powered up.
Take out the APU gadgets as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're ready to live, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. Now tracking multiple targets inbound.
You've got him on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
Oh no! We're
Attention to the paper doll. Make sure you guys are shooting the correct legs. Be careful of the collisions. I don't want to hear complaints about it. Work around it. Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. And when anybody's running short, we're going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come at them.
I have you in the Griff.
Sounds good.
Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine nach Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill out, man. It's fine. It's just a 5-star.
Komm, Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Don't die.
Guys,
15 seconds. Don't die, guys. 3, 2, 1.
Charlie Dar, CT, yellow. Okay, go to Charlie, see if we can get it.
There. To your left, there's a. Acceleration.
So, jetzt gleich hinter die Indie-Pocken.
Medium speed, prepare to pull back E40 towards the E5 border. On my mark.
Left side, come on! Like now, I need strikes on OP barrel. Wire our strikes up.
Die Hauptgruppe rechts, Uferlinie.
They have 3 mechs sitting on the left side when you pass over.
Overheating is bad.
Both legs on the Griffin. Get the Griffin!
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. That was such a
That's right. I'm gonna spawn Lance, you guys in Charlie. Lance, you guys in Bravo. That's B2C1.
This third drop is 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults.
Jetzt in die Breite, zieht euch in die Breite.
Lights, watch our backs. We're gonna about base and take up position in Bravo 6.
Ja, kurz Aufschaltung Delta 4, 3 Stück, 2 Mediums, ein Light, wie ich es richtig gesehen habe.
Make a firing line.
C4 Tactical Hill, boys.
Fox.
Laufen unter ECM, hab 2 durchlaufen, 10 Bravo 4.
And get ready to hit people coming from our right.
Charlie on the left, Charlie, Hellbringer on the left.
Okay, let's group up towards the left. We're gonna press through Bravo 3 to Bravo 4. I think they're kind of spread out. Check yourselves. Make sure you've got, UAV cool shot. Here they come. They're pushing hard, guys.
Deco. Tez on.
Go.
Oh, got a contact here, Bravo 3.
Nice, Marshall. I'm on Delta Griffin.
We'll get cross it then. Get in their face. They got a highlighter. They just pushed up on Theta. We need help on Theta. Up on Theta. Yep, that's the noise. Go. Let's finish this. Full pressure, guys. Full pressure. They're down low. They're down low in Charlie 3. Get the fucking arm, Jackson.
Jackson, cool shot.
Golf. I got him.
Okay, go.
Go, B3, go.
Echo, go.
Get over on your medium, guys. Get Echo Stormcrow. God, I suck as a pilot, but thank I packed my skill. I'm sorry that you died, sweet girls, but we will send a reasonably nice letter to your family.
Telemetry indicates it's good eject.
Roger that, Control. We'll keep them off you. This is the query. We're on them. Lead the way, sir. It's a pleasure to fight with you at last.
Omega lead, ejecting. Roger, Control. Omega, this is Control. We should lift off of the second dropship. Orders?
This is Forward 3. The gantries are retracting at Gamma launch site. They're at full power and counting down to lift.
Salvage operation. This is Forward 1. You're running out of time. Target gamma is nearly powered up. Take out the APU gantry as soon as possible. If the dropship gets powered up, it'll bring its main guns online. Omega left. We're getting cargo secure. As soon as we're able to lift, we need to get on board as quickly as possible. We're now tracking multiple targets inbound.
We've got them on radar, Control. Moving to intercept.
All right, and we are back, but MWO is not. The servers are going down here in about a minute, right when all of these MRBC matches were supposed to start. We've got the team captains for both teams in channel. You probably heard them a minute ago when they were coming to let us know. So here's the story. They are going to hold off until 9:30 Eastern. If the servers are not back up by 9:30 Eastern, they are going to reschedule the matches. Otherwise, if they are back up before then, we're a go. So, like I said, I got Iron here with me. We're gonna stop the stream until for about the next for about the next 15 minutes, and then we're gonna see how things shape up. If this match is gonna happen, if the servers are back up, you'll see the pre-stream videos come back up. Probably only for a short minute because we might just be going straight into the drop. Thoughts, Iron?
No, I'm just excited to see the two teams match up. Really excited. I mean, I consider them the two top teams in Div C. I mean,
well, technically, Blackthorns are. Oh, let's real quick.
Oh, actually, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's look at. Let me pull up the standings here. Servers just went down.
Okay.
Let me get. Let's see. I think it's this one. All right, I've got the Division C standings up right now. Kong is currently in second place, but the way I hear it, and you can confirm this for me, they haven't lost a match yet. Is that true?
No, they did lose early in the season to Stun.
Well, they've only lost 3 drops. So was that first match?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Stun beat them 3-2 on that one. But since then, and you could know it in their first drops, they were it seemed a little more easy, and it seems like they just got everything together and said, we're just gonna start kicking butt. That's what they've been doing all season.
Oh, it looks like it. This is not the. I talked with Kong about this the last match I casted for him, and they're a completely different team than the one that we faced off against in Worlds last summer. But that is the Division C standings right there. Steel Union currently in first place. This match tonight could put Kong right back in first place again. Of course, Iron Kilo's team, Death from Above, is currently sitting in third place. You guys were Division E1 last season? Is that right?
E2.
E2. And now you're in Div C and you're in third place.
Yeah.
Wait, Iron, I mean, I know some of us in the 228 have told you this. But what you have done to turn this team around from where it was in Season 7 to where it is now is pretty freaking amazing. What are your thoughts on the rest of this division here before we exit for this break for the servers?
Well, my thoughts on this division, definitely very, very, very competitive division. I want to correct my previous statement. The 2 top teams I see in here are Steel Union and Kong. Just from playing with them, Kong, we experienced just screaming them last season. They were amazing. They totally kicked our butts, and we see their confidence in the drops they do. And I do see them as a team to beat, and Steel Union as well. They got their game on, range game and brawl game on. So definitely 2 teams to beat. Blackthorns Dragoon too. They're not a team to be left to be underestimated. Definitely, that's another team that caught us totally by surprise. They just did a great job of kicking our butts as well. So I just think this division is going to be very competitive, and it's going to be later in the season. We're going to see some teams either start putting away maybe this next couple weeks, or it'll just probably. I think it'll stay close, but we'll see. It depends on Kong performs tonight.
I have no doubts that Kong is going to do pretty well here. Again, they're just a completely different team than where they were last year at this time. It's a remarkable improvement from both you guys. I mean, Div C, it's a very interesting division. I mean, you look at Div C and the top spots in Div B right now, and that's where all the excitement seems to be right now in MRBC this season. I wish my own team could be added into that excitement, but we're kind of the cannon fodder of Div B right now. But it's still fun to participate.
Yeah, definitely. It's been exciting so far this season. Stressful at times, I'm not gonna lie, but definitely it's been fun, exciting to be competitive and just see different things. You see different strats from many teams. I mean, you don't always get the same old Gauss PVC strat or whatever you see, or range strat. You see some crazy brawls and just good thinking. I think good thinking overall.
Well, according to the MWO website, the servers are back live.
I'm refreshing right now.
Yeah, they're back up.
Wow. Let me see if I can log in. It says that sometimes.
I'm logged in. I just got an account injection.
Oh, I think we may be able to.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a match. Alright, let me take care of a couple of things here, because this whole hotfix got me all kinds of messed up. Well.
While we're getting started up, RJ, I just want to also add one team I did leave out of there. What I was talking about was 54MR, another really tough team in this division. They're definitely making it hard for us to try to get up top on these standings.
Oh, 54MR, they are a tough team, no doubt. We actually did a scrim against them two-toed Swamp Foxes, and they did really good in that scrim. I mean, that the teams that are competing in Div C this year, Steel Union, Kong, 54MR, you guys could easily be more competitive in Div B in place of Sky Rangers and my team, the Swamp Foxes. I could easily see that. I mean, it's just the competition in Div C this season. Between you look at, especially when you look at the top 4 teams there, Steel Union, Kong, Death from Above, and 54th. That's 4 teams are just playing fantastic. No doubt about that. I'll tell you what. Why don't I create a new lobby here? I'll get you in it. Alright, let's get everything set back up again. I gotta fix my team speak here too. Let's see here. Options. Alright, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Alright, I sent you an invite for the lobby. Let's see if we can get these teams in here. I'll tell you what, Iron, while I'm getting these teams invited to the lobby, why don't we look at the map strat for Grim Plexus here, since that is our first map. I'm going to turn off the standings here. We'll get some map info up on the stream. Drop 1. 4 lights, 4 mediums in domination mode. Max 1 of any chassis, but 1 duplicate is allowed. No streaks, because this is the light drop. So, first map is Grim Plexus. I'm going to move us on over to the map strat. Iron, give us your thoughts on this while I get these teams in here.
Well, it's an interesting map. I think if you really pay attention, I mean, the only relevant parts on this map is this, and that's about it. I mean, and probably could be even smaller box, especially on this drop. We need to have somebody in the circle. So there's a couple things they could do, a couple things you can see from here. Generally, teams like to set up here. I've seen also teams set up back here with 1 mech here. That's being the blue. Let me get rid of this other blue here. I've seen some of that. Usually, it's just a crazy brawl, and I've seen some teams do this up here. We saw that our last season MRBC. This past week it was pretty interesting. We ended up setting up here and waiting for stun. They set up here and had some mech there. I think the only issue is they brought some more range than they should have, but other than that, once we just pushed up into them because we had more brawl mechs, it helped out more. It helped out win that. But definitely I want to say just it's crazy brawl. It depends where the brawl is on this one, but generally, I mean, good places to start, especially if you have that Overwatch mech. Clock 6, Golf 7, good places for Overwatch mechs.
Alright, I'm having a hard time getting Herbic back in. Domination, though, honestly, I love this game mode with the lights and mediums in MRBC. On many of these maps, we see long range be the thing. Frozen City, Canyon Network, you name it. Many of these maps, especially the newer maps that have come out within the last year, they seem to highly encourage long range over brawl. So this domination game mode kind of brought that brawl back because it forces everybody, or at least some mechs on each team, to occupy that center circle. Otherwise, you lose the drop. when you have all lights and mediums in drop 1, it's basically ensuring that in all of these drops in MRBC, we're gonna see one really good brawl. And I really like that. Ever since they brought that in last season, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. It's a high-paced, fast-action drop where it's just, I mean, you just pretty much see the two teams just run into each other, charge each other, and whoever focuses fire better will come up on top usually.
I'm having a hard time getting Harabik's group into the lobby here. He says he's in game, but my friends list and the game say otherwise.
Do you want me to try adding them?
Will it let you?
It is your lobby, so I don't think so.
Alright, he says he's definitely online, has people in a group. I just told him to send me a message or a friend invite. Oh, it's Commander Harabek. Got him. That's where I was messing up. Alright, and then we're gonna have to get Team 2. There we go. Got it. Well, as soon as Kong joins the lobby, we'll get BTD in here. Gotta invite these guys by a team. Or can we invite both teams at the same time and just one team has the setup first? Oh no, we can't.
Yeah, just probably. I wouldn't recommend that.
Man, what a crazy way to start this drop. This server downtime has got me all kinds of messed up. Well, let's take a look at these teams. Of course, Team 1, Kong ISS, or Kong ISIS as I like to say. Who on this roster sticks out to you, Iron? I mean, I know Commander Harabek. He was commanding the team last summer during Worlds.
Let me see here.
Maybe Boogeyman, his name kind of sticks out to me a little bit.
Boogeyman, Accursed, I think is another one. Or Ackers, I don't know what they call him, but yeah, that one, I've seen him around quite often. Also, Shix, SHAIX. So some of those guys I have seen him even in the quick play queue, and they're always a force to be reckoned with.
And then when we look at Team 2, Blackthorns, I don't know this team hardly at all. Tell me what you think there.
For Blackthorns, let me see here. Who do I remember? I want to say one of the top players I've seen was, I saw TML Brian did pretty good on that drop 5 against us. What was it, drop 4? Let's see here. They're all good players I've seen. I think Falcon also, I think he's one of the leaders, or he is the leader. He's also a pretty decent player. Logic Vice, again, TML Brian, I saw him on drop 3 actually. So overall, from what I've seen from them, and I haven't, and what we experienced playing against them, they like to brawl pretty well, which is kind of exciting. I mean, I was never a big into brawling, but it's changed it up a bit, and it's made the game much more interesting.
What's interesting here is my overlay is showing the Grim Plexus map, but it's showing Tourmaline Desert for the GIF. I wonder what's going on there. I think it loaded the wrong GIF.
Yeah, I don't know if there's is anybody else experiencing any stream delays? I'm refreshing the stream every so often because it looks like it's freezing.
I don't have any drop frames.
Okay, that's just me.
Still Tourmaline Desert. I don't know what's going on there. That's kind of weird. All right. Well, these teams are set. Let's go ahead and launch this. Get this first one underway. Despite this weird... Oh, gosh. I hate it when things go really weird right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then I have you, the new caster. It's not Mikado. Everything just feels weird. It's all weird.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Good luck to both teams.
All right. Drop 1. Grim Plexus. We are waiting for the teams to come in. Where are the drop ships? I can never find them on this map.
Okay, sounds like it's starting up.
Oh.
Here they come in, dropships incoming.
Whoa. What is going on here?
Alright.
I've got the keyboard thing stuck on my screen.
Hit escape, try that.
I did.
Well,
I did that. It says click here to close, but it won't let me close it because it just makes me move around the map.
Try alt tabbing out. I see so just running down the mechs here, I'm looking at BTD's mechs. And we have Falkenhayn in a Hunchback, 8 small pulse Hunchback, probably gonna be a standard. You got Arctic Cheetah, Taji, got TML Brian and a Griffin, 2N, a favorite for brawling. Also Nova C, looks like 9 small pulse for Logic Vice. Interesting choice. We got the Locust already inside the circle. We got some shots being fired on the Locust.
Kong came in with a Griffin 2N, a Stormcrow Prime, Arctic Cheetah Prime, 2 Arctic Cheetah Primes. That was their double. A Hunchback 2 CA, Spider 5K, Commando 1D. Interesting choice. And a Shadowhawk 2H. Shots already being fired on the center. Both teams just kind of sitting up on the hills, it looks like. Not really wanting to make that move into the center. Just the lights kind of holding off on the timer.
Interestingly enough, though, Kong did bring. Well, let me see here. No, BT. Kong did bring an Overwatch mech, which I think is very beneficial on this drop. Even if it's not just those 2 large pulse, it does help get some of that early damage in.
We're getting
a push.
Getting a push. We got one light mixed in amongst the Commando, mixed in amongst all those BTD players. Not a fair fight.
Definitely not.
I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
Okay. Looks like BTD's making their full push here. Circling around through the back though.
Did the commando just lead him in? He did. He just led him all right
Yep.
into him. Now I know what he was thinking.
Now they need to start pushing in all together, otherwise they're just gonna get singled out.
One down for Blackthorns already. That commando survived that whole thing. Damage numbers not looking good for the Blackthorns either.
Definitely not.
Look at all the
Got
1v1s.
Yeah, they gotta start focusing fire here.
2 down, 3 down for Blackthorns.
Got,
Wow.
It's just insane. I mean, this brawl. I mean, and like, there's that Griffin 2N with TM O'Brien. He's just outside getting his free shots.
Occurs
Nobody's
3D
gonna pay
finally drops for Kong. But we have 5 down, make that 6 down for BTD. TML Bryan, last one alive, and he is not looking healthy.
Nope.
Whispers gets the kill. Kong wins the first drop.
Interesting.
8-1.
Definitely that. I do think that Overwatch Mech did help to pressure them.
I thought the commando was crazy. Who was driving that commando?
Let's see here.
You go over the damage numbers, but I thought he was crazy. I was like, but he led the whole team right into him.
He did. I'm looking at the damage numbers right now. 622 damage on drop point by the Shadowhawk Shakes. That is very impressive. Looking at the Commando 1D, he actually did 376 damage, which isn't too shabby on drop one, especially for a Commando. That was a crazy pilot there, Molasses Fats. Interesting names as well.
Yeah.
But that was impressive. That was very impressive by that Commando. I think,
yeah, I'm gonna give him MVP for that drop there. That's, I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't get the most damage. He got a kill, but he maneuvered that commando between all of those mechs, kept it alive, and led them straight to the Kong firing line at the top of the hill. Man, Div C.
Yeah.
Div C.
That was definitely intense.
All right, so after drop one, Kong takes the win in drop one. They get the bonus for killing 5 of the enemy mechs, and they're walking away now. Wow, all of my GIFs are messed up. It's now showing me the Canyon Network GIF with the Frozen City map. I don't get it. I don't get it. I did something wrong. But anyways, 350 rep points to Blackthorn's 25. Let's take a look at this map. I really, really wish I could get that replay feature working like Bandit does. But let's take a look at the map here.
Well, let me know when you're ready. I'll go.
I'm there. Start drawing.
All right. So this is what we saw, and kind of what I called out at the beginning of the map. They had Kong had an Overwatch mech here. BTD did not have an Overwatch mech, so they ended up staying back here. Eventually, their push came up on this side here, which is not bad. I mean, you don't really take that many shots from that Overwatch mech if you go background, but through the back. But then there was a light, like an Arctic that pushed here. I guess because you're worried about the circle, but in that case, you can't really worry about the circle too much. Just get into action and start killing people. But yeah, he got singled out a bit there, took some early damage that he shouldn't have. But what I did see is that push that came in through here. Once they got in here, they got stuck back here and just got singled out. And that's some things you can't do. You can't let 1 or 2 people come out and then eventually, all the Kong players were up here pretty much with the lights just running in.
Yeah, they had a nice firing line set up there. I mean, BTD just walked right into it.
Yeah, and it was probably led, just as you noted, it was probably because of that commando. They just started squirting on the commando.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they would have done a little more, just come up on them here, or even just everybody needs to be out in the open. Nobody hiding in the back or anything. Everybody, you need to present as many targets as possible to the enemy team, so they have to decide between the targets. But definitely a good win by Kong. Good little, I think, squirreling tactic used by them. Using that commando, good damage, and that Shadowhawk, man, 600 damage on drop 1. That is insane.
Yeah, from a Shadowhawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun drop. Let's take a look. We're going to Frozen City next. Conquest comes back into play. We're gonna see long range from these teams. We're gonna just see them. We can see Kong running the brawl. What are your experiences in Div C so far tell you?
Drop 2 is a weird drop for me. Frozen City, you think range, but it's because there's such a fast. What's the term here? The other team can push into you pretty quickly, even on drop 2. You got all those mediums, you got just 2 heavies. If you put 2 fast heavies in there, the other team, even if they're running range, they won't be able to handle a brawl because you guys can move very fast. So I think drop 2 is always one of the hardest drops to plan for because of that. Because if you decide to go range and the enemy team has brawl and they're quick, you're dead, you know? If you decide to go brawl and their range, you need to get into them as soon as possible. No hesitation whatsoever. So it is definitely a hard drop to plan for.
I don't know what you guys in Div C do, but like Team 1 or Team 2, at least for what the Swamp Foxes have done, and it's probably not the best thing to do because we're in last place, but we try to set up our long range mechs here, try to keep Kappa and Sigma and fight for Theta. Most of the teams that we have faced so far, they just seem to push right down the center and then right up into us. They might wrap around a little bit, but they're not doing the long range game. They're just doing the straight on brawl on Frozen City. That's kind of what I would expect to see out of Kong, because they're kind of a brawl team.
Yeah, I kind of do expect that from them. However, it's interesting. They can bring out the range game, and I've seen them bring out in watching some of their footage from previous games, and even last season and this season. They have brought out the range game as well, so they can't be underestimated. You cannot just put them in that whole they're a brawl team category, because then you make things difficult for your team. And I hope BTD did plan for that just in case. You know, they did bring out.
Well, we're heading into drop 2, Frozen City. 2 lights, 4 mediums, 2 heavies. No assaults yet. I don't want to do a radio cast here. Let's make sure I switch to in-game. And I am upside down. My whole map is flipped upside down. Oh my god, what a day.
We have the teams dropping in, and I'm going to be jumping into some of these cockpits.
And there's that thing again.
Here. FML Brian coming in with an Orion 2C, that onion. We're looking at a Hunchback 2CB for Death Pig. Gzrut, whatever. His name. Huntsman Primus, looking like Brawl from BTD.
And Kong, they got a Stormcrow Prime, 2 linebackers. Decided with the linebackers. A nice fast mech. Cicada, a Spider 5K, a Hunchback 2CA, that Shadowhawk again, and an Arctic Cheetah Prime.
Looking like Brawl on your side too.
I'm gonna look at those linebackers. ERPPCs. SRM's LB20 on the Orion.
Oh geez, it's a bad guy.
Interesting. Seems like a mixed deck from Kong.
Yeah, both linebackers are carrying ERPPCs. ERPPCs on a Kurz 3D. He's in a Hunchback 2CA, so it looks like Kong is going more long range.
Yep. Is that a grass? No, that's a Shadowhawk.
Yeah, 2D2.
Yeah, wow. Well, see, this is the situation. When you're running Brawl, you can't be too hesitant. You need to decide, make your movement, and get into them, especially if you know the enemy is bringing some
Hold
range.
lots for LRM.
And it looks like we're seeing a push here from BTD.
Yeah, bringing that Brawl
really
straight in.
Oh, gotta get those onions in there. The onion is hard to kill. Now they need focus fire.
Yeah, the focus fire really needs, because that cicada should have been down already. Kong's focus fire is definitely better. 2 down now for BTD.
They still got those onions though.
Whisper just went down for Kong. TML Brian goes down for BTD. That's 4 down now. Got a little fight in the back happening between the cicada and a few others.
Looks like it's almost over here.
The hunchback has gotten focused.
Yeah, Summoner's leg looks like it, so...
Hunchback goes down. Still have the Locust standing. He's the last one. Those little locusts are very hard to kill. Just because they're so fast. And there it is.
Yep.
8 to 2. Another second drop goes to Kong.
I think that match was very well played by Kong. Again,
I thought they had him with that push. They're brawling into a mixed deck with a lot of ERPPCs. I thought they had him there.
I did so myself too. I thought they were just BTD was gonna smash them, but the problem was I think the focus fire. It was just little mini battles in between there instead of just one main engagement. Again, the damage numbers are crazy. We have Molasses Fats with 381 damage, top damage in a Cicada 3C in this drop. Those linebackers, I mean, we have 169, 237. I don't see the damage numbers too great for those. The second highest damage being the 298 from the Scrumco Prime. So I do think that match could have easily gone in BTD's favor with focus fire, definitely.
Yeah, because I was watching that cicada. Who was that in the cicada? Molasses Fats. I was watching him early on in the match. He was being chased down by 2 mechs at one point, and they did not get him down. He was still alive in the end. That kind of shows a lack of focus fire there. All right, so after 2 drops, Kong leads it 2-0. They have 700 rep points. They've gotten both bonuses so far to Blackthorn's 75 rep points. And now we're heading to Canyon Network. No lights on this one. We got 3 mediums, 4 heavies, 1 assault. With that assault being the commander mech. If you're new to MRBC, we call this the commander mode. But basically you have 1 85-ton assault mech. And the way it works is, if you can kill the enemy 85-tonner and keep yours alive, you get a bonus. That's the bonus that these teams are going for here. It's a 50 rep point bonus. And sometimes these bonuses can really make the difference in the turnout of a match. We've seen a couple of matches already this season where the team that lost more drops still won the match because they were able to collect more bonuses and more mech kills to keep their score up. It's happening. I think Bandit had a cast like that just a few nights ago, if I'm not mistaken. All right, but we're going to Canyon Network. Let's first talk about what happened there on Frozen City on Conquest. What do you say?
Conquest. Wait, can you repeat that, RJ?
Hey, what?
What'd you say again?
Frozen City on Conquest.
Oh, okay.
let's go over it. What happened there?
What I saw from there, so BTD got stuck back around, I want to say they were around here and here. Fox 8. They got into this area, I believe it was right here, and they made a push right here, which I think was good because Kong, I'm gonna use Bluetooth, so Kong was split up around here, and I want to say they were back here. It was interesting. I mean, range mechs, they're behind buildings. Easily BTD could have just ran them over. Instead, what happened was BTD cut right through the enemy team and just pushed right through them. I think it even got back to point back here somewhere, so I might be off a little bit on the map. But what happened is, because they cut through, and then that Shadowhawk, I was actually watching one of the mechs, the BTD mechs, and that Shadowhawk just came around behind and just started hitting people at the back, and that was Shakes, I think, in the Shadowhawk. You know, when you get in there, you can't just go YOLO. I make the mistake of going YOLO sometimes too. Sometimes.
I'm captain out of position. I know all about the YOLOing.
Yeah. So it's when you make those brawl pushes, it needs to be something organized where you're like, okay, we're out the same move. You see this target, shoot it. Everybody shoot it. That should be enough damage to take a mech in one shot, you know. So I did, you know, again, I did see that whole cutting through the enemy team was nice. They could have isolated 1 or 2 mechs. Instead, because it became multiple little small battles for the BTD players, the brawl didn't work out for them in that case. But brawl against range in that close quarters should always.
Yeah, BTD, if their focus fire was on, if they were actually concentrating on the same mech, or at least trying to all get to the same mech there, they could have easily have taken Kong, especially with all those people. They had a couple mechs that were brawl, but most of them were dual PPCs. And the dual PPCs are great on Frozen City if you can kite back away from that brawl. If you don't kite back properly, and that team has got a good focused brawl coming at you, you should be dead. But again, BTD was playing the individual 1v1s, Kong was doing the focus fire, and even though they weren't in their optimal range, they were able to take down those mechs. Just like Iron pointed out. Alright, well, Iron, Canyon Network Conquest. Now, anybody who participated in Worlds last year, I know Kong certainly did, knows this map like the back of their hand. In fact, there was no other map in this game that I know better than Canyon Network. You weren't in Worlds last year, were you, Iron?
No, sir.
Okay. It's amazing. You would think that after all those drops we did in Canyon Network last year, all those 60 some odd matches we had to play on this map, we'd be sick of it. But what ends up happening is it's like those classic maps from Unreal Tournament, like Facing Worlds. You play them so much, and then you get so comfortable with it that you just want to keep playing that same map because you just know everything about it. And that's what we're seeing so far this year with Canyon Network in MRBC. A lot of those strats that were developed last year during Worlds are starting to come out here. You're seeing the teams that are making the nice concaves with a long range, controlling half the map. We're seeing the familiar brawl pushes that are coming around the corners. It's like Worlds all over again last year.
And also to add, RJ, we're seeing some Star League pushes as well. And what I mean by that, I mean that push that comes low ground here.
Yeah.
We saw that last week, actually.
Oh, we got interesting blue lines on the map.
Sorry. Yeah, I glitched. I'm getting rid of this right now.
Well, one thing that I was taught last year, and it was burned into my head, there's certain areas that you totally avoid on this map. Only lights go to Theta in the beginning, just to get those magical blue dots, as Panic would say.
Uh-huh.
And then you avoid these kill boxes down here, because from those kill boxes, your teams up top can just face down on you and kill you.
Yep.
But Brawl teams do it differently. They get into those kill boxes. Different divisions do it differently. Teams that didn't play in Worlds do it differently. I've got certain things that I like to do on this map. Certain things that guys that were on my team in Worlds like to do on this map. Star League changed that, as Iron pointed out. Teams are doing things a little bit differently now. I'm curious to see how both of these teams do it here.
Yeah, looking at the lands is very interesting, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. Alright, so drop 3, commander mode, no lights, 3 mediums, 4 heavies, 1 assault. Drop 3 is happening now. Kong up 2-0 with 700 rep points. BTD with 75. Let's get to the drop. Or let's get to a loading screen.
Excellent. Here we go.
All right. Teams are, in theory, on the ground. There they are.
All right, here we go.
Got a Timberwolf, a Hunchback 2C, a Griffin, and it looks like a Huntsman, and this Lance over here. I don't know why that keeps coming up. That's a new bug.
I'm looking at what?
I'm on Blackthorn's side, and we've got over here. We got a Marauder 2CB as their commander mech, a Nightger B, a Summoner B, a Hunchback 2CA, like I said, the Griffin, another Summoner, this time a D, the Huntsman, and the Timberwolf S.
Interesting build choice for Kong. They brought a 5 large laser Battlemaster 2C as a commander mech, and then they're running looks like a Daka Night Gear. Nope, sorry, wrong team. Looks like Nova, definitely Brawl. We have Viper, definitely Brawl. Looks like it's Brawl out of Kong.
And it looks like this brawl might happen. Well, they're kind of holding back. BTD is pushed straight up on the Theta, and it looks like they're going to hop right down into one of those kill boxes I was talking about.
Night Gear. We got a ranged Night Gear for Kong as well. Oop, he's getting out a good loads of damage out in the beginning here. Oh, what are they doing?
The Summoner and a Hunchback are facing off over here on Theta, it looks like. Summoner's backing off. Kong is pushing in on Theta. They have a couple Overwatch mechs.
Yep, and here goes the brawl.
The Timberwolf looks like it's getting focused by 2 mechs. That's Boogeyman and the Timberwolf. And he's not looking good, down to 57%. One down. Lord Vice just went down for BTD.
Yep. Looks like a curse went down for Kong. BTD could it's going. It's 2-2 right now. For
4-3.
4-3.
Kong's got a 1 mech lead.
Watching here, Falkenhayn battling with the Summoner. He has 2 critted SRM6s already. He needs to get support from his team here. Can't 1v1 a Summoner with SRM.
And he does go down. Clay Pigeon.
BTD. Oh.
BTD might be taking this. Yeah, there's 2 left.
2 left. Yep. That Battlemaster fighting for his life now.
Shax takes down, who was that? Spice Weasel. 2.
We got a 2-on-2 situation. That Battlemaster 2C is just so tanky. Just taking all those shots from the Ultra AC5s.
It's a great mech. I've been bringing that one to the CW event that's been going on. Whispers and I don't know how to say this guy's name. Falkenhayn. Shax goes down for Kong. So, and look at that.
1-on-1. Wow.
1v1.
Unbelievable. And it is both the commander mechs.
It is.
So, it's for all the C-bills.
This is pretty much all the C-bills.
Oh wait, and all the rep points too, because I mean here we got the bonus on the line as well. Wow.
And here they come. Here they come.
Looking at this Marauder 2C, he is very fresh too. Oh, here it goes.
He's chasing him. Ring around the rosy.
Wow.
In the back.
Here it goes. I think if he can manage his heat, he's got this. The Marauder 2C that beam.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
Blackthorns wins the drop. Those Marauders, man. I'm glad they allowed him in MRBC this season. Those are great mechs.
I agree with you, RJ. I was watching, through all the matches we've been playing this season, just noting that there have been a lot of Marauder 2Cs out there because it is a great mech. It can do laser bomb really well, it can do brawl really well, as you noted in this mech. This guy even had jump jets, which is awesome because a lot of this, actually, now that I'm thinking, this is the only commander mech Is it the only commander mech with jump jets?
Yeah, it's I think it's the only commander mech that can carry jump jets, and it's the only commander mech that can also carry ECM if you bring the D.
Wow.
So you kind of make a choice there. Canyon Network, yeah, having those jump jets is good, but finding the right loadout is tough. However, 2 SRM6s and 5 medium pulse lasers? That doesn't suck. Two SRM6s with Artemis. That's not a bad loadout, especially if you're going to get that thing in a brawl nice and close. That ECM one, especially if you're playing the long range game, you could do 2 Gauss and a PPC and have that ECM. Keeps your Marauder 2C a little bit more hidden, especially in this commander mode. Very handy. As soon as he takes Gamma away from Kong here, well, actually, he's got it, so they should.
I think he needs to get another cap on there, but wow.
Yeah, because he can't get to 750 before time runs out.
Definitely, this was a great match. I think those matches that end, not the 8-2 matches or the 8-1 matches,
right?
But
that was
the 7-8 matches.
That was a good match, and it was down to the commanders at the end too. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, his Marauder does have the jump jets, so he will be able to get up this wall, supposedly.
And he's fast too. I'm looking at the speed. I mean, wow, 80 kph on a commander mech.
Oh, he's got the XL400 in there, or whatever it is. Yeah, once you get the speed tweak going, that thing will do 80 kph. An assault mech that does 80 kph doesn't go down when you take out one of the side torsos, can pack all that firepower, and can tank like crazy. Marauder 2C, OP.
Yeah. We'll start seeing some of those please nerfs pretty soon.
Oh yeah, they've been happening.
And it looks like he's gonna need a third cap.
What?
Interesting. Well, this is definitely going to be part of the highlight reel. All this capping action is amazing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This makes for thrilling competitive play right here. Now let's come over here to Epsilon. This should do it, we hope, so we can finally look at these damage numbers. I'm thinking Kniff here. He's actually the team leader for Blackthorns. I'm thinking he might get the MVP for this drop. Call it a hunch. There it is, finally. Alright, so Kong got 7 kills, no bonus. Blackthorn's got 8 kills, winner, bonus.
There's a lot of work done by Kniff in the Marauder to see 743 damage. On Kong's side, Shakes again top damage, 816 damage in that night gear.
Oh yeah. That Niker, yeah. What the Battle Master do there? 2C,
Battle
446. He didn't do bad.
Yeah, not that bad. Definitely a lot of work being done by that Marauder 2C. He 3 mechs down, 4 assists, excellent, and Shakes 4 mechs down and 3 assists. So I mean that was a very good game for both of those players. Other respectable numbers there we see there are like 408 by the Huntsman Prime. We have 486 by Whispers and the Battle Master 2C. 446 in the Summoner Prime. So, good match by both teams. It could have been anybody's game, really. Those last, so everybody fell, so it was really good.
Alright, so taking it back into the lobby here. Kong still leads the match 2-1, but Blackthorn's got a much needed win here, bringing their rep up to 425 to Kong's 875. Now, we're heading into, which up until this week I believe was uncharted territory for comp play. I mean, how many seasons of MRBC have you done, Iron?
This is my second MRBC.
Second, and you did Star League this past season too, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. And I could be right. We'd have to go back to prior to season 7, but I don't remember the last time Terra Therma was used in comp play.
I was talking to some senior member in 228, and I think they said, I don't know how long they said, but it's been a very long time.
Yeah, it
I want
must
to
have
say
been.
years.
All right, so I'm gonna wipe the map. Show us what happened, Kilo.
Right, well, we had BTD start off in Bravo and Charlie, which typically indicates brawl push. But so they ended up just pushing straight up here and over Theta, and it was pretty good. I mean, I did see some hang up by the BTD mech, so they did this, and then they came back here, and then they did this, and they came back here, little dancing, and then finally they jumped into the gully, or the little gully, the little valley there.
Yeah.
All the while there, we had some mechs by Kong up here, Brawly mechs. We had some other their range mechs up here, and those were just loading on them. And in the rear, the Marauder 2C came up. I'm gonna use white to show that better. White, here came the Marauder 2C for BTD. So it was interesting. I mean, I think it was okay that they dropped into that little valley to fight, because that's where the whole fight was, because it was harder for the Niger to get in shots. He has to get up here, or even he has to come around here and start shooting. Oh, that's already in the valley, but around this ledge to start actually getting some damage in. So that did help, I think, BTD a bit there. We know it's a kill zone, but in that case it did work out for them. And then at the end, once everything started dying down, it was just pretty much 2 2-on-2s, and then a 1v1. So it was a very interesting fight there.
Yeah, just a finale though with the commander mechs at the end. I mean, you don't get to see that very often in these drops. So that was pretty cool. The Battlemaster versus the Marauder 2C. And
yep, well done.
And kid, I mean, we've been speaking about it a lot. That Marauder 2C, phenomenal mech for this game.
Yeah, especially those jump jets. I actually was the first time I've seen that particular build in action, and I think it is great.
Yeah. All right, so Terra Therma. Terra Therma makes its return to competitive play in MRBC Season 9. As we also just mentioned a minute ago, I've been playing MRBC. I've been playing in MRBC since Season 7. Worlds last year, RHOD 4v4, Star League 2017 here. I've never seen Terra Therma in competitive play, so I think this took a lot of teams by surprise. It's not one of the most chosen maps in the game. In fact, normally when that map vote comes up, people are not picking Terra Therma unless you have your... Well, let me rephrase that. The people who are trying to up their vote count, their whatever, you know what I'm talking about. They'll pick Terra Therma at the last minute, and if you get too many people that pick it, all of a sudden you find yourself with triple ERPPCs or quad large pulse on Terra Therma, and you're like, oh, what the hell? But
yeah, and a few mentally unstable people that choose.
Yeah, some people really like this map. I don't understand it, but some people really do like it. All right, so I don't have strats for this map. We just kind of pick a line, try to take a couple. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like when we drop in Team 2, we try to nab Gamma, nab Kappa, and if we can, we send a light to Theta to try to snag it real quick, and then we might make a push up in this way or go around this way. It just depends, but I don't know if there's any real. I don't know if we found any real true set strats yet. What have you guys found?
Well, what we noted last game that was broadcast on MRBC, by the way. We had no idea what we were doing, I'll be honest. But it's partly my fault, mostly my fault. But what we noted is this bridge here on Theta is pretty damn powerful. The other team, however, did a great job of wrapping around through Kappa, and then they came here, and it was good. Our problem, we kind of what happened here was that the blue line, these guys had a great vision to single out mechs that were here. So the mechs we had placed in this position to help out could not, because obviously they had no shots on the enemy. So great, well played by Stun, I think, on that one. They just did a crazy push like that, and I noted also, and the Marine Max match, I'm gonna note that one because that was an interesting one too. We see Isengrim pushed around this way. It was crazy, and Marine Max actually did just a whole wraparound on them, and then it became like this crazy battle with the teams kind of want to wipe this real quick. Isengrim being over here, and then Marine Max being like somewhere around here, and I mean, the name of the game here is Night Gears, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to-
There's no better mech for this map than the Night Gear, because regardless of what map you take the Night Gear on, it's not affected by the outside elements. So it's always the same temp. It's if you bring 2 PPCs and 2 gauze, or 2 PPCs and a gauze on Caustic Valley, it's going to heat up the same as it would on Frozen City. It doesn't matter. So that's why you're seeing them so much on this map, because you can play the same build that you're used to with the exact same results on this map.
Or you could bring those Darker Night Gears too. Those are
Oh yeah, yeah,
really good mechs too.
Same thing. It's a Night Gear. Just the outside elements, the temperature of the map has no bearing on that mech whatsoever, and that's one of the many reasons why we see so many Night Gears in these top level competitive teams. As many people know, Gauze PPC is kind of the meta right now, and the Night Gear with its jumping ability, it's not being affected by the map temperatures. It just does that role really, really well. The DACA one, the Gauze PPC one, it's why it's a favorite mech in this game. Another mech like the Marauder 2C. It's that heavy mech right now that, I mean, I'm not surprised we're not seeing the Please Nerf posts about this one already, because it is an extremely powerful mech.
I think IS has been saying that for the past couple days already.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. This CW. All right, so we are going into drop 4, Terra Therma. This is 2-2-2-2. 2 lights, 2 mediums, 2 heavies, 2 assaults. The bonus will occur for each team when if you can kill all of the enemies, heavies and assaults. So that's where the bonus comes in here. Hot map. Expect to see Nikers. Maybe the ballistic ones, as Iron was saying. I don't know.
I'm expecting those. I'm expecting some type of mixed deck again from Kong. They've been doing that all night. They're gonna keep doing it. Some mixed deck with a couple Overwatch mechs or rangy mechs, and the rest brawl. I'm calling it right now. Hope they don't prove me wrong. Well, hope they prove me right here. And I'm looking over now at Kong's mechs. We see a 5 UAC 2 Night Gear. We see a Spider 5K, excellent choice for this map. Shakes is running Kodiak, dual LBX 10s and dual UAC 10s. Interesting build.
You're talking about Kong or
Yep.
BTD? Okay.
Kong. I hope I'm talking about Kong. Yes. Looking at Jikkill in a 2 SRM4, 4 SRM6 Huntsman. Looking brawly from Kong's side, definitely. Timberwolf is brawly as well. 4 SRM6, 5 small pulse. Molasses Plan is Commando again. Will he have top damage? That's the question.
Blackthorns decided to double up on their Kodiak 3s. I'm kind of curious to see what these guys are.
Tactical nuke ready.
Okay, so Spice Weasel in the Kodiak 3, 2 Ultra AC 10s, 2 Ultra AC 5s.
AC 130 ready.
The Orion 2C, small pulse lasers, LB20X, 2 SRM 6s. Not a typical meta build for that mech, but still not bad. Spice Weasel, UAC 10s, 5s. Brian in the Night Juror.
Fight me, bro.
We have some action already here. Looks like Kong has set up by Sigma, and BTD is trying to get some angles here on them.
I wasn't seeing much long range on the BTD side. Just some Ultra ACs.
I do think the UX from those codecs will be able to isolate the Night Gear of and the Kodiak of Kong. So I think BTD did bring more trading mix overall.
Got two of the Kong lights pushing up on Theta. Is that right? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep, it looks like they are capping. Interesting fight here.
They got the cap. They're moving back. Teams are staying well separated, just trying to use their long range to get some of that early damage. BTD looks like they're making a push or just humping the hill. One of the two. It's inevitable that these teams will sometimes just continuously get closer, trying to get those better shots.
BTD Logic Vice in that Hunchback to see with 4 UAC 2s down to 79%. He traded a bit with that Marauder to see and a Kodiak. He needs to not be just doing those little pokes by himself. He needs to be poking out with his friends here. Seeing healthy Kodiaks too, 96%, 91% from the two BTD Kodiaks.
Yeah, not a lot of damage. We got Commander Harabik and that Niker down to 67%, but not serious damage numbers either way. He's probably he's down to 55%. Yeah.
Right torso is crit on him. You better watch out.
Where's he at? There he is, standing in the back here. Looks like he might have just poked a little too hard. Yeah, it looks like BTD is trying to set themselves up for it maybe, but I can't really tell. Both teams are just kind of waiting it out. Arabic getting some nice shots on those flanking Blackthorn's mechs. See if we can get an upper view here. Here we go. Yeah, there we go.
Ooh, an airstrike. Did he get hit by the airstrike?
I don't know if Harabik did. He's still holding at 54%. Both teams kind of holding in place.
Looks like
we might have something going on
caps,
at Gamma, though. We're going to have a 2-on-1 situation at Gamma. Two BTD mechs facing off against the one Kong mech. Never fight the fair fights. What we always say in the 228.
Yep.
BTD is doing that properly. Chasing him off. If they can get him down, or at least leg him.
Logic Vice, who's seen half of his mech already in that Hunchback 2C. Down to 2 UAC 2s. He's trying to trade with the Kodiak, buddy. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Down to 39%. I'm watching this live fight over here.
Oh, we got the two Kodiaks getting in close to Kong.
Alright, we'll head back over.
Pushing.
Oh, yep, there it is.
2C pushing in now. Oh, we see
Shax
one
goes
mech
down
for each team.
That was the Kodiak.
Two
down.
Down now for
Niger and an Orion. That's a big loss right there. Niger and Kodiak down for Kong. Also a big loss.
It's 3-3 right now. It looks like it.
Yeah, that's your 4. BTD has 4 mechs down.
Oh, 4-4, yes. Boogeyman goes down. Oh, he's already down. Interesting fight here. Oh, they lose another Kodiak.
Grazook goes down, so we still have Death Pig back here in the Hunchback. Oh, Shadowhawk, my bad. I don't know if Kong even realizes he's still there.
Wonder, or maybe they're really crit.
Yeah, let's take a look at some of these guys.
Greg has a left open.
Yeah, Curse 3Ds, crit CT, both front torsos are opened up. Whispers, crit CT, left torsos opened up. The Shadowhawk's moving in. He could take them out.
He took out.
Yeah, we got the one. You got Whispers.
All that's left is that Griffin against that Shadowhawk. Could be enemy's game here if that
wow. Walked around the corner and splat.
Wow, still a close game though. How are those lights doing?
Yeah, let's go take a look at these guys.
It's 1-on-1 on the lights here. Well, they're not fighting, but they're tapping.
The lights have separated themselves. Hodge is heading straight for Theta. Theta is open at the moment. What do we got left? We have an Arctic Cheetah, a Locust, a Griffin, and a Spider. So still have some fast mechs in the field. The Griffin's probably the slowest one.
BTD, it looks like they're really high on caps.
They are. Well, actually, Kong is at 660 points right now.
Oh, my bad.
So it's gonna be up to it's gonna be up to the lights to decap them.
Yep. Or find those last mechs.
The Kong mechs are working together, staying together. The BTD mechs have separated. They can cover more ground that way. Let's take a look.
They're relatively fresh, I think. Yeah, that Arctic Cheetah is super fresh. He just needs to play his game right. He could probably take out both of these mechs.
Yeah, the Griffin is CT crit, both front and rear. The Spider will probably be a little bit harder.
Oh, I think he got that leg on the Spider.
No, he's not legged.
Oh,
he's still running too fast. Should just be one touch. Yep, the Griffin goes down, so now it's just the Spider.
Oh wow, it's so close.
I don't think they're gonna get it.
Nope.
I don't think they can get. Nope, it's not gonna happen. Kong wins on caps.
And just wow.
Fight's still going on over there, but this match is over.
Yep.
Or did they get it? Oh my God! Look at the score!
Wow.
What is the status of this Spider?
He's legged already. It looks like it's gonna go in BTD's favor, possibly.
Unbelievable! He's legged. He's got one large
the
pulse.
Locust is legged too.
Oh! Here comes the Arctic Cheetah, though.
Wow.
The Locust goes down. So it's the leg Spider versus the Arctic Cheetah.
Who is pretty fresh too.
Kong does not have any cap points, so it's up to a leg Spider to try to get one. But here comes the Cheetah.
Oh, there he is.
Just gotta get that leg.
What is this?
And the leg's crit too.
Yep.
So,
oh man. You know, any light fighter will, tell you, when you're in this situation, you need to start shielding with that dead leg, and it looks like he's doing that pretty well, actually.
certainly trying to. And there he goes. Look at the score.
Super close.
Look at this score. Both teams are going to get a bonus for destroying all of the assault and heavy mechs. There's going to be very little difference between these two teams. Oh, wow.
Wow.
That was a good drop. Another
Very
good one.
close.
That's two in a row. These teams.
I'm telling you, BTD cannot be underestimated.
No, they can't. I'm seeing it.
They have the skill. They just, I think, yeah, they got it. I mean, they just maybe a little more confidence from the players, maybe. But I mean, wow.
Take us
looking
through
at
these
the damage
scores.
numbers here.
Yeah, take us through this. This is great.
We got both of those Kodiaks on BTD side, 630 damage by Zoot, and Spice Weasel with 644 damage. Amazing. We got on Kong side, Kodiak 3 Whispers, 617 damage. And other than that, we have next damage is 450 by Shakes. Impressive on both teams. I think I do think one of the things that did help BTD on this drop was that they did bring more ranged specs against Kong's mechs, and those early trades that they were doing, that early trade that they were doing Echo 6 to Echo 7, really did help them out a lot.
Yeah. Well, that brings us to drop 5. Drop 5 is going to be on HPG Manifold. I know my GIF is wrong again. Not sure what's going on there, but we're going to have 2 lights. 2 heavies, 4 assaults, and the bonus will occur if you can kill all of the enemy's assault mechs. After 4 drops, both teams have each won 2 drops. Kong is leading the match still with 1,100 rep points, but Blackthorns 775 rep points. If Blackthorns can come out of drop 5 with a substantial win, an 8-1 win, they could get all of the rep for the bonus, the kills, and the win, and they could possibly still pull off the match. If it's a close match, Kong will definitely maintain it, and they might get enough. If I look at the scores here, Division C.
This could go anywhere.
Yeah,
Wow.
if Kong has a really good match, they could overtake Steel Union in first place. If it's a close match and they only get 1,000 rep points on top of what they currently have here, they'll be just shy of first place. This and a win by Blackthorns, if they were to have a substantial win, they could possibly. Now I think they'll still stay in 5th place, but you know they'll be damn close to 54th MR in 4th place there.
I'll tell you what's more rewarding in this situation though for Black. If I'm Blackthorns Dragoons, I'm thinking if I can take 3 drops off of Kong, I've done my job, because now it's like, hey, we've limited you guys from getting to the top. So, I'd still see, not only as a win overall for the team, but even just 2 drops winning just 2 drops actually makes it difficult for Kong as well. So, well played by BTD, well played. And even if however this next match turns out, they should definitely congratulate themselves and take pride that they were able to take 2 drops off one of the top teams, if not the top team in Division C.
Yeah, I mean, it's the way we like to see these drops, these matches, these close ones like this, and those grand finale finishes. I mean, that was close. That was 747 to 750. They got that. I didn't think they were gonna. I thought I was calling match is over. This match is over. They can't get it down in time, and he stopped at 3 points shy. Unbelievable. I'm gonna figure out this replay thing that Bandit does, because I would love to see that replay. That would be amazing. But we can look at it in the map strat.
Yep. And I'm trying to find where the fight was. I want to say the fight was Echo 6, somewhere here and here.
Yeah.
Possibly using this ridge as well. Impressive. I mean, you saw I'm gonna use blue for Kong again. You saw the trading mix from Kong kind of going from there. These smaller kind of wrapping around this side a bit. And then they put all their brawl mix right in the center there. They put their brawl mix behind this hill, here. Interesting strat, because once BTD did push in, and I'm going to use this arrow here to show that, I didn't think they expected that much brawl, so they did die there. So I think overall this engagement here, and I'm going to circle it in white, this engagement in this area was won by Kong. However, I think what did hurt Kong was again the other engagements after that, which left the I think it was 2 left, because at one point Kong was up by 3-2 on mechs, but they were just hurt so much. And again, they won that overall, but they would have brought maybe one more trading mech, would have gone a bit different.
And that finish. I still can't get over it. The chat's freaking out about it right now too.
Yeah. Wow.
Dr. Xavier MBT says, RJ sounds surprised. Hell yeah, I was surprised. That match was won. Kong had it. And it was 3 points. He got that cap down. I still can't believe it. Damn it, I want to do the replay.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Next MRBC cast, I'm going to practice that. I'm going to bring up Bandits or El Switchblade's feed, and I'm just going to practice it so I can get that thing down. But all right, so we are going into the final map, HPG Manifold. Let me pull it up on the map strat here, or you can too. It's okay. HPG Manifold Conquest. Predictions? We see any wall? Are we gonna see any wall action here? I mean,
interesting. I've seen it a couple times. We did see MRBC plus with a little grasshopper here. I think in Charlie, I think it was, in their match. It's possible. I think this map is this drop actually is such a slow drop that teams can't get some of their mechs in place. What we noted, and I'm gonna 206 noted or Decimal Above noted in our match, is once our team got their night gear up here, he was easy pickings for our long reach mechs, which we had a night gear and 2 Kodaks, and they had shots all day long on him. So by the time he dropped off the hill or off that side, he was down to like 60-something% now. So we could see wall action, but it needs to be a mech that can definitely hide and not be out in the open too much.
yeah, I've seen quite a few things happen. We just played Sky Rangers on this map on Thursday. This was one of the drops that we won. Yeah, and yes, Swamp Foxes actually have finally won a couple drops. We needed to. And let's see, we were team... Yeah, we were the team 2 side. We dropped Alpha Charlie. Went into the Charlie entrance. We snagged Sigma real quick. We had a light running around just getting all the caps on Sky while we took up positions on Theta in the upper deck and in points going across, getting good shots down to Echo 6 and Delta 5. Sky pushed, when they finally pushed into us, they came in and went underneath the deck in the Theta. So at that point we just dropped, at that point we'd already killed 2 or 3 of them. We caught a couple of their groups out in the open. We were able to kill them. They went underneath though, and we were able to just finish them off down there. We haven't seen anybody go up top. We didn't post anybody up on the walls. They didn't post anybody up on the walls. But in the matches I've seen where they do that though, you get a really good crack shot up on these walls somewhere, and what you could have somebody that can be a game changer, because you can, especially I've seen teams put 2, 3, sometimes even 4 people up on the wall. In fact, I think I even saw a scrim where you guys did that. You put everybody up on the wall and just maintain full map control over the whole thing.
That's a difficult strat. I think putting everybody on the wall, you don't get the presence you need in the lower area. But yes, it does give you a lot of map control if done correctly and there's enough response. Because I'll be honest with you, this jump from here to here isn't as easy as it looks.
No, it's not.
And then this one here is even worse. So I mean, oh, and this one too. So the reality of it is, if you decide to go up on the walls, if you're team 1, you only have this and this, and F6 is, you want a die zone. It's like a dead man zone. You don't really want to be there unless you're in range. And Delta 6 is great, but again, you're limited to that. So if you have enemies on this side of data, I'm going to use orange to show that. If you have people on this side of data, you have no shots.
Yeah, that dish is just a big wall blocking everything down there.
So I mean, it's interesting. I'm wondering what they're going to bring. I do feel, again, I hope Kong proves me right again, they're going to bring that 1 or 2 Overwatch mags, and then bring some nice mid-range stuff on this one, maybe even Brawl.
Well, we're going into drop 5. 2 lights, 2 heavies, 4 assaults, HPG manifold. The match is tied, 2 drops apiece, but Kong with the rep points 1100, the Blackthorn 775. Let's do drop 5. All right, we're just waiting for everything to load in here.
I'm looking at I'll be looking at Kong's mix this time. I'm looking Boogeyman here with a 5 small pulse, 4 SRM6 with RD Timberwolf.
You said you're on the Kong side?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Looking at Greg Lomaniac. He is running an Atlas DDC. Wow, Atlas.
Oh, Brawl.
I like Greg. I like him a lot. Bringing an Atlas not only shows that you are confident, but that you would like to be the big man in campus. I'm looking at...
Oh, go ahead.
Shakes is bringing that Kodiak that they brought last match too, the 2 LBX-10, 2 Ultra AC-10. What do you see on the BTD side while I'm checking the next mech?
A couple Kodiak 3s, an Orion, a Marauder 2C, a Battlemaster 2C, a Timberwolf, a Locust, and an Arctic Cheetah. This looks like this brawl is going to happen.
Fox 6, Fox 5 maybe?
Yeah, whatever this grid square is here.
Oh, it's going to be interesting.
BTD's holding behind the wall. Here they come. They're pushing out. And they're going to all be in a choke point right there.
Oh, no.
It's going to be a one. I've seen this before. Only one mech can fire. One or two mechs at most can fire the Spice Weasel. He's already down to 56%. Yeah, he's going to go down quick, and that Kodiak goes down. Goes down fast. Whisper's already down to 56% though.
That Mauler, wow, he is getting some shots in there. Oh, one UAC.
Orion goes down. TML Brian dead. 46% for the Marauder 2C. He goes down. 4 down now.
For BTD already.
No, 4. Make that 4 or 5. Death Pig just dropped from Whispers. Whispers right now is the most damaged mech. They could take him down, but this match is already going to Kong's favor. Their brawl push is just overwhelming. BTD got caught in that choke point, only able to put out 2 mechs at once.
And this is one of the moments where intel from your lights is
critical. Yeah.
Yes. If the light would have been and said, "Hey, they're pushing this side," Kong, BTD could have just backed up into Golf 5 and said, "You know what? We're gonna wait for you guys to get into our fire line, and you guys funnel through."
And Kong takes the drop. 8-0. Whispers stays alive. Drop 5 decisively goes to Kong. This spot right here is the spot I was talking about. If you can see it on stream, BTD waited right here. Maybe they waited till they saw something on seismic. I didn't see where their lights were looking at the time. They pushed out right here, and at this spot right here, you're 2 mechs wide, and they walked straight into the Kong firing line, which was able to get all of their mechs to shoot at the first 2 mechs that came through. What was the name? Spice Weasel. And that Kodiak 3, he walked this way. He came over here. Every Kong mech was focused on him, and he went down quick. A Kodiak 3, with the support of the rest of the team, should not go down that fast, but he couldn't get that support because they could only get 2 mechs through that choke point right there.
Were you editing the map strap? Because I don't see it updated.
Oh no, I was doing it. I'm still in the match here, and I was taking a video walkthrough of the spot.
Oh, great. Yeah, definitely. That Fox 5 funnel, you got to get out of there, you know? Looking at the damage numbers for the teams here, I mean, they're not crazy except for the 2 highest damage, which are both Kodiaks on Kong's side. We have Whispers with 626 damage, and Shix again in the one of the top damage numbers. He is definitely one of the best fighters there in Kong with 588 damage. So well played by Kong. Greg in that DDC, excellent job. And I mean, it looks like, look at Spice Weasel, he did 127 damage to his Kodiak.
Yeah.
I mean, he just took everybody's shot.
Yeah, he took it was the brunt of it. I mean, Kodiak was first through. I mean, technically he did his job tanking damage, but when you have an Atlas push going or an assault push going like that, you want your assaults to tank that damage, but you want the rest of the mechs to be able to shoot at whatever's shooting at the assaults. They'll tank that damage. They'll sit there and they'll take it, but it only works if the rest of the mechs on your team can then return that fire on the mechs that are focusing on the assaults. And in that choke point, they just couldn't do it.
Yep.
All right, so let's take a real quick look at the... Oh, actually, let's look at the final score here. Kong ISS with 1,450 rep points on the match. 3 drops, 1 Blackthorns Dragoons. 2 drops, 1 775 rep points. That's your final score. We're going to have a couple of the team captains here with us in just a minute. So, real quick, let's take a look at the map here. Play it out in the map there for us, Iron, and then we'll get these team captains in here and start talking.
Well, we kind of see for anybody, for everybody that plays quick play, that crazy Golf 5 Fox 5 push into Echo 7. If you're running, you know, with all your pugs, say, hey guys, let's go push Echo 7. We're brawl, and we're gonna kill the enemy. Well, we just saw a complete reversal of that move. We saw Kong just come up straight down the line here, and they did not even flinch. They were like completely confident, saying, "We're the big men. We're the big boys here." And they just decided to just bully BTD into getting that this little what is it called? Just funneling. Pretty much, they funneled BTD into this thing, and BTD just died here. Pretty much, they had some mechs come around here, but at that point, it was already decided. Kong just came in with numbers. We even had some of the mechs spread out up on the higher ground here, not the wall, but like right in that little higher ground before the wall, and shoot into them. And at that point, it was decided.
Yeah.
So
it was over.
What would have, again, and I say it because I said it earlier, what would have been good for if they had the intel. I'm gonna wipe this here. You see that if Kong did that push there, had BTD gotten a light up here, he would have said, hey, there's a push. And then all BTD had to do was kind of just say, hey, we're gonna set up here, and good luck trying to kill us, because that is not the range for a brawl deck. I mean, by the time they get into you, they're gonna be half dead. So well played on Kong's side. Well played.
Yeah. Just
that goes to show everyone, Intel is half the battle, if not all the battle.
Yeah, and definitely Intel. That's what the lights can excel at, capping in Intel, and then be mindful of those choke points. Don't ever get your team caught in a choke point. That was one of people's biggest complaints about CW when it came out, because it forced all the attacking teams to go through these choke points where you could only get 2 mechs abreast, and then if you have a firing line set up on Burial Vault, for example, you have the firing line set up on those hills, and you're trying to get through those gates. You're trying to get your team through that gate, and you can only get 2 mechs abreast. You're cannon fodder for the enemy team, especially if they're all in long range. And in a brawl situation like this, I can't stress it enough. Those choke points will kill any good team if you're walking right into a setup firing line, which is exactly what Kong had. So, well, once again, we'll look at these final scores here. Kong wins the match. 3 drops to 2, 1,450 rep points to Blackthorn Dragoons, 775 rep points. Iron, what do you say we hop up into their channel and have a chat with these guys?
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's go up there.
Channel switched. User joined your channel.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, I'm going to get something set up on the stream here.
User joined your channel.
All right. Well, first of all, good match, guys. I think I liked all of them except for the last one. But drops 3 and 4, amazing finishes. I mean, you almost couldn't ask for a better finish than like we got with drop 3 in the commander mode and drop 4 in Terra Therma. I don't know if you saw the Twitch chat light up when BTD saved that at 747 points. Freaking ridiculous. I was freaking out.
Yeah, we were all freaking out too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I can only imagine.
I think that was all Kano and Haji basically. They totally won that one for us.
I'm still shaking.
Lights for the win.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's start with drop 1. Domination, Grim Plexus. Kong took that one 8-1. Kong, run us through what you guys were doing there.
Just take high ground, that was it. That play by Molasses wasn't like exactly intentional, we just wanted him to scout the hill because they weren't on top of it, so I kind of had a feeling that they were behind it, and lo and behold they were, and then he just runs back and they took the bait.
Yeah, who was your commando pilot? Because
that
he was really
Molasses.
good. Yeah, I think he alphaed me through the rear with his SRMs and basically ripped off half my weaponry, and
we just
I
got
died
the
shortly
got
after
him
that.
to come back, and that was it.
Yeah,
But
Molasses
I was having...
and Greg were putting a hurt on us through those first 2 drops for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of the commando pilot again?
Molasses fats.
Molasses fats.
Yeah, God, I forgot about that. So you guys brought it up. That was, I mean, I had him pegged to go down. He was running in between all of the BTD mechs. I couldn't believe it when he didn't die. And yeah, it just seemed BTD, correct me if I'm wrong here. Seemed like he kind of scrolled you guys a little bit and then led you straight up into the Kong firing line. Is that true?
That wasn't exactly it. I thought I was calling that one because our normal caller's out. I thought they were set up. I thought their kind of mediums were a little farther down the hill in front on the slope because I saw one there and I saw another on seismic. So I thought if we pushed up, we would have like a maybe a 2-mech advantage. But I had just total misread it, and it was basically intel failure.
Intel failure can ruin any team in a comp match. That's for sure. All right, guys.
And, it was like it was bad judgment, basically.
Yeah, well, it happens. I'm in the Swamp Foxes. You don't have to talk to me about bad judgment. All right, so let's go to drop 2 then. Kong's second victory. They won that one 8-2. That was on Frozen City. Let's start with Kong again. What was your plan there?
Just get the 3 cap, let them roll into our guns. That's probably our favorite map. Mainly because we can run mixed decks with that and have some varying degrees of success, but it's worked out really well for us, clearly. Yeah, it's just people usually just want to like split the valley and trade long range there, but we really prefer the firing lines that you have in the buildings. And it allows us to sit in deep and control that right in the middle of the triangle of those 3 caps. So if anyone tries to go for anything, we can just jump on them immediately. Or if they try to push, then they just push into our entire group, which is what happened.
Oh, that's what I was seeing. I was looking at the Kong mechs, leading into that fight there. I saw the PPC linebackers. I saw the PPC hunchback. I saw a little bit of a mixed deck there, but I'm thinking Kong is set up for long range here. They're going to do the Valley trade. And then I saw BTD just push straight into you. They had more of the brawl deck. And both Iron and I at that point were like, oh, BTD's got this. They're pushing into a long range deck with that brawl push. And then it went south for BTD. So BTD, what happened on your end?
So
the lights got us.
Yeah, the Kong lights. I give it to them. The frickin' spider, whoever the hell he was. Good God. Like I think we lost like 3 mechs to lights. It felt like, I mean, I haven't seen the video or anything, but it felt like we lost 3 mechs to lights almost instantly on the actual like brawl contact.
And you could hear it like cycling through people on spectate. You could just hear the chattering machine guns. It's like, oh shit, there he is. You could tell when someone was about to go down from our side. So yeah, it was great light work from you guys, Kong.
So, and I've seen the videos of Kong. I suspected they were going to run what they were running, and I suspected they were going to set up where they set up. So like, we went according to our plan. It just didn't work out, and we were a little rough coming through the buildings too. We should have cut left sooner than we did.
See, the issue with that is like it's a really telegraphed push, and you can see them coming from a mile away. And if you set up properly, then Team 1 side has a clear advantage on that map.
Yeah, I
would
agree.
You got to be more aggressive if you want to win as Team 2.
Okay, so let's move this into drop 3 then. Canyon Network, Commander Mode. This was a great drop. I mean, that if it wasn't for the decapping game at the end, it would have been perfect, a perfect highlight video for MRBC future stuff here, because that coming down to the Commander mechs at the very end, like it did, the Battlemaster versus the Marauder 2C. BTD won this one, so let's start with on the BTD side. What were your thoughts here going into this drop?
So this is the drop we actually practiced the most, and we tried with like kind of a more mid trading deck, and it just wasn't working for us. And so we said, okay, like let's just go crazy. Like usually drop 3 on Canyon. We haven't really seen many people do kind of full brawls, and we hadn't even really tried it up until now. So we just said, okay, like what's the brawliest mechs we can bring? And let's just be super aggressive. It has to have jump jets, it has to be fast, it has to be short range. That was our requirements.
And you guys made that push straight over Theta into one of the what I call the kill boxes. Those ramps on either side of Theta. Last year during Worlds, we were taught to just avoid those. We called those the kill boxes. We were told to avoid those like the plague. But you guys went straight into it,
So
and we're effective.
They were split down there, and what we found is like if you've got long range mechs up on the canyon, they just can't get a very good angle down in those boxes. If from that side anyway, there are sides that you can, but like from where they were at, I didn't think they could get us. So. Part of it was just like, luck of early positioning, but the other was, we got the kind of fight we wanted,
And Kong, your take on this one? What was the?
I'm just gonna say we threw it. That's how that was for us. Our standard setup like that, we have a default and it works most of the time. It's just when we were setting up the lances, we locked, but we noticed after we locked that some of our mechs were in the wrong position, and that really fucked us up.
Yeah, that could do it.
So we just kind of had to roll with it, and then we made the mistake of falling into the canyon, and that screwed us even harder.
Well, even with that though, so you had the wrong lances to start, fell into the canyon, but when you look at the match results here. 7-8. I mean, it was still.
Yeah, personally, I feel like it shouldn't have been that close. I don't want to be rude, but that's just it didn't go to plan at all for us.
Well, and as we all know, if a drop starts weird, something doesn't go to plan. I mean, once you start getting to Division C and up, enemy teams will capitalize on that.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. All right, so that brings us to my favorite drop of the night, Drop 5 on Terra Therma. Again, we've kind of already touched on it a little bit, but another BTD win here. Came down to the wire at the end with a freak save with that Arctic Cheetah there. What cap point was that? Was that Sigma? I think it was.
Yeah, no, I think it was Kappa.
That was Kappa.
Okay, that was Kappa. All right, so BTD side, go.
So we actually practiced it from the other side because our scrim partner needed to practice from the other side. So we were a little screwed up at the beginning. So we actually kind of like came up with that initial first push kind of on the fly. Seemed to work out okay. Mostly we were trying to get a 3-point with the lights, and they were kind of running independently, and we were hoping to kind of draw them into, like out of the pretty good position their heavies were set up in. That just really wasn't happening. So I decided to just press it, and I think they actually won, like on the heavy side. But at the end, the lights we'd done enough damage, and the lights had done enough good work on their own that we managed to squeak it out. All I'll say is like I'm not the normal drop commander, and I was a couple seasons ago, but I've kind of dropped out of that. It's not normally Cygnus, and we had a couple guys who don't usually play, so this was kind of a rough night for us. But and Kongs, those guys, you guys are. It's like you really should be in a division up. There was a lot of luck involved in both these matches.
Well, I actually chatted with Kong about this the last time I casted him, because leading up to the start of this season, my only real memories of Kong were last year at Worlds. And that was like the first foray into competitive gaming, or competitive MWO. And the turnaround from where they were last year in Worlds to this point where they're at now is just absolutely amazing. So definitely, hats off to Kong there for this turnaround.
Yeah, Haji might want to tell you what was happening from a light perspective, because I have no real idea until the end.
So to speak to your point about how close it was, there was actually a point before we separated from our bigs where I made a mistake in a view of 3 or 4 of Kong's heavies, and like I could have very easily gotten one shot, but I just got lucky. And then after that, Kano and I were skirmishing with Commando, and all I was trying to do was not overheat because he had SRMs, and all I could really do was make a mistake and die. And towards the end of the match, I mean, the Griffin was really damaged.
It was.
So I was able to finish him off, grab Kappa, and then when I was fighting the spider at the end, my legs were very damaged, and all I had to do was, once again, you just use the top 2 lasers, not make a mistake, and just finish him off. So there was probably like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 moments where it could have gone towards Kong, and it was that close.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, it really was. Kong, what's your angle on this one?
Another one where we just misplayed that. I'm taking responsibility for that one because I was hesitant on calling the push over the hill, and we kind of sat a little too long trading. They got a Hunchback 2C with Quad UAC 2 set up on our flank, and I feel like if we pushed before they got that crossfire up, we wouldn't be able to just like get in their face with the brawl builds that we had. But it just, you know, sat in our hands, and made a slight miscall at the end when we had that last cap, but what was it? Our light pilot shot at the Locust when the Locust didn't know he was there, and it kind of gave him away. I tried to call it last second because he could just like slip by and go to Sigma
Yeah,
and
we
get that cap.
ran right past him.
Exactly. See, and yeah, that kind of lost it for us. But yeah, that's mostly my bad there that we lost that one.
Well, it made for a very exciting match for myself, Iron, and all the viewers there. That was just nuts. Good job, both.
I'm not here to make it exciting though, Base. I'm here for the points.
Oh no, well yeah, that's why we all play this game. But you know, from the viewer side though, yeah, it was really good. So that goes into HPG. A decisive win here from Kong on this one. 8-0 actually. So Kong, you took the last drop. Why don't you start us off here with how this worked for you guys?
Well, after the last 2 drops, obviously we weren't very happy about it, so we were just like, fuck it, we're going full brawl. We're ramming it right down their throats. And we're just gonna press W the entire time. No stopping. Like, just keep shooting, keep the guns rolling, keep moving forward, just steamroll them. And let's get this over with.
And what's the name? Okay, so yeah, you guys were coming down. It looked like the Fox 6 line, is that right? And BTD was held up in Gulf 5. Not sure what they were waiting for, but we'll get to that in a second. They started to make their push around the corner, and the first thing you guys saw was a Kodiak. And I don't remember the last time I saw a Kodiak go down that quick.
Yeah, that was about like 5 seconds, and then he just died.
So, going to the BTD side here, what was that pause for?
So we were trying to rally the team, and I was also waiting for some intel from the lights. I got that they were coming through the door, but in my mental picture of where things were at, they were way farther back than they were. So they basically, they didn't bring the deck I was expecting, because I don't think have you guys ever run a brawl at like drop 5 before? I don't think you have. So like my intel was like of just my watching your videos, the videos and stuff. They were going to be long range trade. We were setting up for like more of a mid range deal, and we were going to try to press you and get inside your DPS envelope. But you got inside our DPS envelope and kind of surprised us. So that was a too far on my part.
I spent some time going over that one at the end while we were waiting for him to cap, because I noticed when you guys did make that push out, I guess it makes sense. Had you expected Kong to be further back and in a different deck, when you guys made that push out, you probably would have been all right. But when you guys didn't make that push, and you came around that corner, you could only get two mechs wide in that narrow choke point there, and that easily allowed.
We basically, by the time we were moving and I got the call that they were all really there, it was basically over, right? Yeah. Like, it was basically try to get out and try to get some shots on and try to get a kill. It was, we basically, the minute our Kodiak went down, that was a loss for us, from my perspective. And it was actually a loss earlier than that. That was like a loss on plan and loss on execution on 2 levels.
Yeah, we only committed to it because we saw what your spawn composition was. Like, you heavy stacked the Alpha Bravo, like we did, so it's like, okay, yeah, we know what's going to happen here, and then we got the advantage.
Yeah, that's one thing with all these drops. If you kind of study how a team is placing their lances in the lobby there, you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of what they're thinking or which direction they're going to go. Especially true in Canyon.
Yeah. Like we get the advantage pushing out because we don't have that wall.
Yeah.
So if we get there first, they can only come out 2 ways and only 2 mechs at a time. And we have 8 mechs right in the open, ready to go.
Yeah. I agree. Well, guys, we had a little bit of a rough start there with the server maintenance. Hopefully they got that CW thing fixed. Any of you guys participate in the CW event this weekend?
Yeah, I need money for mechs because I'm poor.
Yeah. Yep. I understand. Well, it kind of made it a little rough there at the start of the match here, but I think we recovered well, and I think you guys both gave us a great show. So thank you very much for letting us cast the match. Thanks for joining us in the TeamSpeak here afterwards. It was really good talking to you guys about it.
No problem.
Good job,
Thanks,
guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Aaron, let's go
a good night.
downstairs and close this out.
All right.
All right, Aaron, good cast, sir. Thank you for joining me on this one. Again, for those of you out there in Viewerland, normally Mikado Soul is my co-host on this, but he, like I said, he's had a brand new baby. He's still at the hospital with this girl. So Iron was kind enough to step in and help me out tonight. So I really appreciate that, Iron. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, RJ. I do appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to any opportunities that we have in the future. So thanks a lot, man.
No problem. So let's real quick. Let's see what we've got coming up for future cast. Let's see here. The 10th of May, we've got the Phoenix Legion versus the 228 IBR Golden Talons. That's going to be casted by the Magician. Then we have Dropship 5 versus Osiris. I was originally going to cast this one because it was supposed to be on the weekend, but then when the date shifted, that was a match night for a couple of us, for both Mikado and myself. So Bandit took over that one. So you'll see Bandit doing North American Div A, Dropship 5 versus Osiris on the 11th of May. On MRBC League 2, the same night, we've got Clan Widowmaker versus the 2323 Reggies. That would be casted by Switchblade. And then Mikado and I, or possibly Iron and I, depending who's available, will be back on the 14th of May for the Smoke Adders versus Ice and Grim, another Div B match. So, lots of casting coming up. Don't forget, you can see all the future casts are coming up, the current standings of the league in every division at MRBCleague.com. Really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope the rest of your week is a good one.